me up and away. Look, this out of here. You got the heat, I was not aware.
Hey Skippers, I'm Tyler. Welcome back to this week's broadcast. This week we're going to be discussing mental health and some practical study tips that could help lighten the load. But first, let's jump into Word of the Week.
Hey Skippers, I'm Paisley, and this week's Word of the Week is fortitude. Fortitude is the ability to have mental and emotional strength while facing difficulty or trial. So Skippers, for every obstacle that you may face, try to face it with fortitude. Back to you, Tyler.
Speaking of fortitude, our team made a piece encouraging our student body to strive for a healthy mind.
Why is mental health important?
Mental health is important because everybody has to deal with their mental health. It's, your personal life, your school or academic life, your work life. Nothing works without good mental health.
Your mental health is also, an instrumental part of who you are. So it's important to do things that make you mentally healthy.
It's important to care for ourselves, care for our minds, and make sure that we're thinking positive things and doing things mentally that can help us be in a good headspace, right? Because if we're not in a good headspace, then everything else is just going to kind of fall apart after that.
So mental health is important for a ton of reasons, but just to be able to function as a person, you have to have a kind of a clear head on what's going on.
So I would say the biggest, cue, whether it be verbal or nonverbal, of somebody having mental health issues or just changes in mental health is usually their physical, their posture changes. Maybe they were extremely outgoing and they're having issues and now they're, more, recluse and to themselves.
There are some cues that we can see in people. We've had some training on how to see if a person's in distress or not. The problem is a lot of people carry a ton of weight on their shoulders and they can mask it really well.
I noticed that they tend to become more reserved, more quiet. They may not be talking to their friends or engaging with their friends and things like that.
I think you can notice when kids are depressed or when they're unmotivated or when they feel isolated, especially in a classroom setting, if they're withdrawn and they don't want to participate with everyone.
You're close to your people, when they're off, when something is weird, and I think it's really important to pay attention to each other and to see if somebody feels off, check on them. I just think it's really important to check on your people always.
As a teacher, I know that not every student in my classroom necessarily wants to talk to me about what they're going through if they're going through something.
Sometimes you just need to get it out, or sometimes kids really just, and I think this goes for all people, but they just want to know that somebody notices, that notices that you're having a bad day, notices that something's funky, notices that I just need a minute. Because sometimes you just need a minute and you need to go let it out, have a minute, talk to somebody, cry it out, get a hug, whatever the case may be.
We do have resources here in the front office. We want to extend that invitation that everything's always confidential. Anybody that comes in here.
I would say talk to a trusted adult. Someone that you have a rapport with, someone that you feel comfortable opening up to. My door is always open for my students if they ever have any personal issues or problems. I hope they know that they can always come to me and confide in me. And of course, we have counselors, we have a mental health provider.
I just want students to know that they have somebody. It doesn't have to be me. I'm here if a student wants to talk to me, but at the end of the day, I just want all students to know that there is someone that they can talk to and that is willing to hear them.
It's important to remember that life can be tough, but you are never alone. There are plenty of resources you can reach out to in times of need. Now let's take a look at some helpful studying tips.
Color coding what you need to study, what you understand better, and what you still need to work on.
I like to put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that I don't get distracted.
I reward myself for correct answers.
I like to take short breaks when I'm studying.
I like to listen to Beethoven. Not this Beethoven, that Beethoven.
I like to use Kahoots and Quizlets to test myself.
That's all for this week, Skippers. See you next time.
Jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping, and the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that.